Hello friends, welcome to Dolce Domenica. We've been away for a few days, so we weren't able to cook together on Sunday, but we'll cook together now. So we're going to do a miso encrusted cod. It has Japanese influence, and we've seen miso really ingrained into the culture around the 7th century. As a matter of fact, it's rumored that the samurai got a lot of their nutrition from miso. So let's start with our marinade for the fish. We're going to have a half a cup of sake, which is your Japanese wine, and then a half a cup of white miso. Now you're probably more familiar with the brown miso, which is what I always use for my miso soup. But today, for the purposes of fish, we're going to use white miso, and that was a half a cup. 1/2 cup of honey. And then we're going to make our own marin. Because not only is marin kind of hard to find at times, but it's also very expensive. And you can make a version of it by using rice wine vinegar, right here, rice vinegar. But instead of adding sugar, we add a tablespoon of molasses. Now you can find a marin on the market that I don't even like to buy because it has corn syrup in it, which I really never use. So making your own is actually a more economical and a healthier version. And then we're going to end up seasoning with a 1/2 teaspoon of grated garlic. We don't want it sliced because when we broil at the very end, we don't want that garlic to burn. So it needs to be kind of on a rasp or just grated. And then a 1/2 teaspoon of fresh ginger. If you don't have it, powdered ginger is okay. And of course, the star of the show, 1 pound to 1.5 pounds of fresh cod. I've brought this up to a gentle simmer. You want to keep stirring for about 5 minutes. It looks very liquidy right now, but the magic's going to happen after about 5 minutes. It will start to reduce and thicken. So after about 5 minutes, the magic started to happen, but it needed to go about 5 minutes more to reduce by almost half and to have the consistency of a very light caramel. Can you see that? How it's sticking to the back of the pan? That's because it's that nice consistency. So your marinade has completely cooled. Now we're pouring it over the cod, which you've taken a paper towel and dried it so that it wants to receive that marinade. Cover it, give it a little shimmy shake, get that goodness all over there, and then we're going to refrigerate it for no less than 3 hours and up to 48. So pop the fish into a nice little baking dish, and you're probably wondering what happened to the marinade. Well, you see it's done its job. So you want to remove the excess and then put it in your baking dish. It will go into the oven at 400 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes. A glass of buttery Chardonnay will make the time go by. I'm going to serve this with basmati rice. And then last night I sauteed up some spinach with some onion and garlic and olive oil, and it's going to be the perfect side dish. After coming out of the oven, I popped it under the broiler for a few minutes, and it's perfectly cooked. You can see it flaky. Look at that, it's gorgeous. And what we're going to do is just do a little garnish. I had some fresh parsley and some scallion. Let's give it a taste. Oh, the miso has such a depth of flavor, and then the sake and the just the sweetness from that caramelization on the top, it's just lovely. Rob, you want to take a taste? Get some of that nice marinated goodness there.
Sure. That's amazing. Wow.
Wonderful.
I really like that.
Okay, friends, make it and spread some joy. Today we're going to do a miso encrusted cod. Ooh, the samurai. And up to 2 days, 24 hours.
Hey guys, if you like this recipe, please consider liking and subscribing. Peace.